90% finish rate in the UFC.
Oh! Ngannou knocks Arlovsky down! That is it!
The man who destroys anyone who dares to stand with him and punishes those who try to take him down.
Down goes the Reeve! Francis Ngannou!
Will the heavyweight title change hands?
Have a crazy main event for you. This is one of the most highly anticipated heavyweight title contention than any years when it comes to the development of martial arts. And it's been an honor for me to be a part of this.
It's been an insane ride for me. I've been around in this sport for about 15 years as a pro now. And for 10 of those years, I watched all these guys you just showed on TV, and now I'm still competing with them in the octagon. It has been an honor to be alongside them and have them pave the way for guys like me to look at them and say, this is what I got to be able to do if I want to win. And it's evolved the sport to whole new heights. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
Well, what an atmosphere in this building here tonight. No parquet floor, but we are excited to kick off the 2018 pay-per-view slate here in Boston. Pay-per-view slate here in Boston. Here's what's coming up. The rest of the card is brought to you by EA Sports UFC 3. Pre-order the Champions Edition now for a limited time on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One for 3 days early access. Well, Boston versus New York was part of the appeal for matchmaker Sean Shelby with this booking of emerging featherweights, as Calvin Kattar goes for a 10th straight win, this time as home underdog, against the undefeated Tiger Schulman product, Shane Burgos. 3-0 to begin his UFC run, the Bronx-born Burgos is looking to seize the pay-per-view showcase here tonight. Also ahead, they let another New Yorker in, Gian Villante, set for his 12th UFC appearance tonight. 3 of the previous 11 have been the fight of the night. In this spot, he draws the also UFC-tested Brazilian, Francimar Bodao Barros, who goes for his 20th professional win and 5th inside the octagon. This locker room cam is brought to you by Wish, the secret to affordable shopping. And coming up next, a pair of hard-hitting and ranked bantamweights. Thomas Almeida has produced a knockout in 15 of his last 16 wins. He is headlined in the UFC. He has been in there with the division's best. Tonight he tries to kickstart a title run against the always down Rob Font, who is fighting out of Woburn, Massachusetts, and figures to be buoyed by the locals as he chases the biggest win of his career. All right, first let's get to the rules of the octagon. 3 judges score the bout. The bout duration is 3 5-minute rounds. For championship fights and all main events, we go 5. And all main events, we go 5 5-minute rounds. A 10-point must-scoring system is in effect. The round winner gets 10 points, his or her opponent 9 or fewer, and scoring is based on effective striking and grappling, followed by aggression, and then octagon control in that order. Also, the Massachusetts State Athletic Commission has not adopted the newer unified rules, so those are not in effect here tonight. As always, the fighters have been made aware. All right, we are rare and ready to go from Boston, shaping up as a big year for the MMA leader. We are glad you are with us here at the start. 2 strikers with legitimate championship aspirations. Thomas Almeida and Rob Font collide here, both men out to prove they belong among this division's elite. 2 bantamweights with heavyweight power. Thomas Almeida and Rob Font both know this is an MMA match. But when the octagon door closes, don't be surprised if they decide to put grappling aside in order to throw hands for 3 rounds or fewer.
We both carry a lot of heat. You know, he's always throwing bombs. I'm trying to constantly throw bombs and plan on bringing a little bit more bombs.
In a career that now has him chasing gold in one of the sport's toughest divisions.
This performance is going to be exciting. I plan on just backing my mouthpiece, going forward, putting the pressure on him, putting him away.
The aggressive style and approach of Brazil's Thomas Almeida has made him a fan favorite. He has ended his last 4 UFC wins by knockout over the likes of Brad Pickett, Anthony Burchak, and Albert Morales. And he is as confident in his striking as ever as he hits the road to face off with Font here tonight.
It was very good for me, for my career. Beat Rob in his hometown in this huge event, UFC 220. I'm very excited for that.
Born in Leominster, Massachusetts, and fighting 10 minutes from his front door tonight, here is the number 14 ranked bantamweight in the world, Rob Font. He is fast, he is technical, he is fun to watch. Last fight, Joe, against Pedro Munoz, he said he just took a mental break for a minute and paid for it. He said, you don't shoot on Pedro Munoz. I'm looking to put that in the rearview mirror here tonight.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate loss for him, but he's shown some excellent skill in the past, particularly the George Roop fight, his UFC debut against George, who's a very tall, long guy. Rob Font showed perfect timing and a piston of a right hand and took Roop out. Very skillful guy.
He mixes in some takedowns with his striking. I say that a lot, but it's rare that you see guys know how to shoot to just blow the best in each style, and that's what makes this fight so fun.
7th UFC appearance overall for Rob Font, but the first without Mark Delagrati in his corner. So some camp changes for Rob Font representing New England MMA, Lausanne MMA tonight as he takes on Thomas Almeida. And Dominic, here is a guy in Thomas Almeida who is entrenched in the top 10, and I got to think at some point he's been on your radar. Main evented against Cody Garbrandt not all that long ago, and a guy who still believes his best days in the UFC are still to come.
Well, he's got a fun style to watch no matter who you are. I mean, whether he's in your division or not, he's fun to watch. He mixes it up, he stays in the pocket, he goes to fight, he goes to force the knockout, and actually he puts himself in a ton of danger. He takes a lot of damage, but the reason is because he's trying to damage you more. He's willing to put his body on the line to put a show on for everybody here. And most of the time, he gets his knockout. He's extremely well at timing knees, timing elbows, timing punches. His defense stays very tight and fundamentally sharp. Got good takedown defense for the most part, but other than that, also very good submission attempt.
An incredibly talented guy in his last fight. So he's had ups, he's had downs, 2 losses inside the octagon.